anyone has to ask us what's the contribution of your Guruji to the welfare of the humanity, what could be the answer? I would say the answer is Sivananda Yogam. Sivananda doesn't mean the name of a person. It is the primordial state to which all human beings, including the gods, have to ultimately reach. Sivananda Yogam is that approach or the methodology by which you would reach that state in a relatively easy and fast manner. And that methodology was given by Puja Guruji to all of us. That methodology has 3 phases, which means 3 different techniques. The first one, we would call it as Sivananda Japa Yogam. The second one, Sivananda Dhyana Yogam. The third one, Sivananda Saranagati Yogam. Each one is distinct, and you choose any one according to your taste, ability, and circumstances. All of them reach to the same result because the ultimate trait itself, out of its unqualified compassion, which is known as Avyaja Karuna, has come down as a human being and given the methodology. The author of the methodology is the destination itself. That's what you should understand. The first one will take up Sivananda Japa Yogam. Japa is an utterance of a mantra repeatedly. And what happens is the mantra and the upasaka and the destination all become one at the ultimate stage. Sivananda mantram is taken up for the Japa Yajnam. And I would not risk talking in a language which is different from that of Guruji. So I would need your permission to exactly repeat what he said about Sivananda Japa Yoga. First, many of you would have by now known, either directly or indirectly, the Sivananda mantra. For the purpose of completion, I would repeat it once again. The Sivananda mantra is Om Namah Sivanandaya, Nandaya, Nandatmajaya, Paramarthadayakaya, Om Namah Shivaya. This is the Sivananda mantra. It was first given in the year 1986 to 1 or 2 people at that time present. And when the mantra was given, Guruji spoke about the mantra, and I would like to verbatim tell you what he spoke. This is my mantra. I am in this mantra. With this mantra, you will always get my darshan. I am myself chanting this mantra from my 5th year. This mantra can give anything mundane and superworldly subject to the rules of Dharma. Though I am not going to be there for a while, I will remain this mantra forever. I can always be addressed by this mantra. Even if you don't chant this mantra, you will be reminded by me. It gives the jnana of Sadashiva, yoga of Rudra, and bodha of Krishna. Such is the greatness of this mantra that he is himself chanting it from his 5th year. That means it has nothing to do with his name or anything of that sort. This is the first one. A small hint in this connection is mantra should never be chanted aloud. The most effective way is to hear the mantra in your own voice. That's a yogic secret, and that's what you could practice. And there are people who are practicing it, and after some time they are able to hear it constantly within themselves, even though they are not uttering it either in mind or with, in mind also. So this is sufficient for Sivananda Japa Yoga. It gives the ultimate result of Sivananda. Next one will be Sivananda Dhyana Yogam. Sivananda Dhyana Yogam was given to us in the year 1974. As Guruji returned from a southern tour after visiting Ramanasrama. Bhagavan Ramana gave 2 methods as an answer to Ganapati Muni. The question being, what is tapas? The first one is to put a question as, who am I? Which is very popular. There is a second method which Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi gave to Ganapati Muni. If you chant any mantra repeatedly and then go in search of the origin of the mantra, your mind gets merged into it. That is tapas. Where did Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi get this second methodology? Is a question. I would say that it is taking the basic principle of Kata Yoga. Kata Yoga is a word coined by Guruji, and it refers to the yogic secrets found in Kathopanishad. So, we would like to now talk something about Kathopanishad to understand Kata Yogam and then understand the Jnana Yogam later. Kathopanishad is a part of a Krishna Yajurveda, and Krishna means darkness. Darkness or absence of light, absence of clarity. Usually you have Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, various aspects of Veda. Each one is separate, each one has its own function. But in Krishna Yajurveda, all are mixed up. That is why it is told as dark Veda or Krishna Yajurveda. There Kathopanishad is finding its place. It's a story where an young boy by name Nachiketa obtained the method of conquering death from Yama. Conquering death means not to live forever in the same body. It is to continuously live as an individual and continue the sadhana. That is the conquering of death. In Puranas, there are various instances where death has been conquered. Savitri conquered the death of her husband. Markandeya, with the grace of Lord Shiva, conquered his own death. But in the case of Kathopanishad, a young boy, Nachiketa, 12 years old, found out the methodology of conquering death, not only for himself, but for the entire humanity. That is why this Upanishad is very significant. Every commentator has taken up this Upanishad not from the Upasana point of view, but to reinforce their own Siddhanta, maybe Advaita, maybe Dvaita, maybe Vishishtadvaita. But the Upasana part is somewhat ignored. In this Upanishad, there is a very powerful story, powerful Vedantic principle, and much more powerful Upasana technology. We would briefly go through it. A learned Brahmin does Vishwajit Yaga. In that Yaga, he has to give everything to the Brahmins as gifts. The Yaga has been successfully getting completed. His 12-year-old son, by name Nachiketa, asked his father repeatedly, "To whom are you going to give me?" This boy is not an ordinary fellow. He has been brought up in the atmosphere of rishis, and he knows the value of giving everything. If you give a part of what you own, it is known as dana. Dana has limited benefit proportionately. But if you give all what you have, it is known as tyaga. Tyaga gives moksha itself. So, this boy, like his father, to earn moksha, so that is the highest benefit he could get out of the yajna, for which he has to give himself also to somebody. So, Then the father replies, I am giving you to Yama. That means you go and die in a normal sense. But is it a curse? Was father really angry that he said like that? If you look deep into it, the father should have been very happy that his son understood the principle of Yaga and suggested the method for him to obtain moksha, and so he wanted his son to go to a good guru. Yama is a guru, so he sent him to his guru, Adhyatmic guru. In Puranas you will see Agni, Vayu, Varuna, Yama, they are all gods who can give the methodology for getting moksha, and they are all served as gurus. They have given methodologies. So, sending him to Yama is sending him to his guru. Where the moment he said that he has enough power of his speech, and the boy would go to Yama. Before that, a voice from the heaven was heard by the boy. Your father is sending you to Yama. You will go to Yama's abode. Yama is not going to be there at home. Why is he not going to be at home to receive this man? This boy is being sent in an unscheduled manner. All scheduled persons, they would be promptly received. But he is going on an unscheduled visit. So Yama is not there. 3 nights and 3 days you have to wait for him. And then you will wait without food or water. Don't take food or water. Wait. The 3rd day Yama would come. He would be terrified to find a Brahmin boy waiting for him in his threshold without food or water for 3 days. That's a very great sin. And for which he may be cursed either by this Brahmin boy or by somebody else. Yama is mortally afraid of such curses. He had a bad experience with the Mandavya Maharishi. That story is known to many of us. There is a king whose daughter was robbed and killed. The robbers took the jewelry and they were chased by the king's servants, and they threw all the jewels at the feet of Mandavya Maharishi and ran away. The king's guards saw the jewelry and saw a man sitting with closed eyes. He would not answer any question. They immediately sent word to the king. The thief is caught, the jewelry is recovered. Then the king was in great anger and said, let that thief be punished by placing him on the top of a sphere. It is a punishment. There is a solam on top of which the man will be made to sit. So the solam will pierce through his body and he has to suffer immense pain. So they immediately arranged for the punishment, and Mandavya Maharshi was not perturbed. He was a yogi. He felt no pain. He only wanted to know why he was punished that way and who is responsible for it. He immediately understood that the correct person to answer this question was Yama, and he went to Yamaloka as an Angushtamatra Purusha, and Yama was terrified to see him, and he put a question, what's the reason why I am punished that way? Yama seemed to have told him, as an young child, you were taking thorns and piercing the small insects. Then Mandavya Rishi said, you are such a person who has not understood the human beings properly. That's an age when he does not know what is meant by papam or punyam. So, he is not punishable for that crime. So, your ignorance deserves punishment. You better go down to earth and take a birth. It seems he was born as Vidura and spent the whole life. For celestials, it's a big punishment to live as human beings on earth. So Yama was terrified and wanted to please the boy. Said, don't be angry. I will give you boons. But tell me, what were you eating and what were you drinking all these 3 days? The boy was already given that answer by the Akashavani. The first day, I ate your progeny. Second day, I ate your cattle wealth. Third day, I ate your punyam. But in Yamaloka, where is the cattle, where is the progeny, where is the punyam and all that? The answer given is by Guruji is that boy knew all these punishment details as prevalent on earth. So he repeated them because he is still in the earth consciousness. He repeated them to Yama. If it would have happened on earth, these 3 items would have happened. The man would have been punished by his progeny being lost, cattle being lost, punyam being lost. But whatever it is, Yama said, don't be angry, I will give you 3 boons. He asked. Then don't try to curse me. Then the first boon the boy asked was, I should return to my parents. My father should not be angry with me. And we should live together long life and do many things. Yama said, granted. Then asked for a second boon. The second boon he said, look, people do yajnam, go to heaven, and after the quantum of merit or punyam is over, they get back again or fall back again onto the earth. That should not happen to me. I should be sent to heaven and enjoy there till I want. I should not return back. And I should be there till I reach my destination or till I reach my moksha. Yama said, all right, I will give you one more boon, which you unasked. I will suggest to you a yajna method by which you will get what you have asked. I will also name it as a Nachiketa Agni in your own name. That yajna, when it is performed, will give you uninterrupted stay in heaven and also the liberation. He gave him all the methods as how to place the bricks and what not. Alternatively, he also told how you could get the same result by an internal process of meditation. So the boy was happy now. Then Yama asked, what is your third boon? Already the Ashariri Akashavani has told him, ask for the knowledge of the secret of death. Then Yama says, even Devatas do not know that. Why do you want all this? I will give you kingdom, I will give you horses, I will give you this and that. Don't ask that. Then Nachiketa said, I don't want all that. I want only the secret of death to be known to me. Then this answer pleased Yama because he has got complete Vairagya. Earlier he was not in Vairagya. He wanted to go back to his house and then he wanted to be in Sarga and all that. That means samskaras are still there. When he refuses everything now, mundane, that means he is now fit to receive the higher teaching. Then Yama says, all right, I will give you the secret of death. Secret of death means conquering of death. That is the secret of death.